Hello, world and universe. Welcome to the Trevor Donald Experience. Manifest your truth. And today I got on my love shirt. I don't know if you can necessarily see it in the video, but I always say that love, the word love, is an action and a verb. Anybody can say it, but do they show it and express it to you on a regular basis? And today, the reason I'm bringing that word love up, today I want to talk about the unfortunate story that took place about a week or two in Virginia, where the murder-suicide of the former lieutenant governor of Virginia and his dentist wife. And these kinds of stories, many times the perpetrator overshadows the real victims of domestic violence, being this man's wife and, of course, his children that witnessed or heard when the former lieutenant governor shot and killed his wife in their home. The two children were there, and the oldest daughter called the police. So you're talking about PTSD at its finest for the children. They've got to live with this terrible tragedy that took place in their home by their father, where he allegedly murdered and killed their mother, his wife, and then killed himself. Their lives will be changed forever. Therapy will need to be processed, and they need to utilize the psychiatric, psychological brackets of the medical community in order to end up having some kind of normalized life as a result of this terrible act that the father allegedly did to himself and to their mother. So I want to focus on the wife, the real victim in this heinous crime committed by the estranged husband. They were both highly regarded professionals on the outside, but evidently on the inside, they had their share of problems. All that glitters on the outside is not always gold on the inside. They had an appearance of being an upper middle class Black family, echelon folks, what we call upper middle class Black upper echelon people. They beat the odds and climbed to the mountaintop of Black excellence. However, there are many people who are suffering from untreated mental illness, depression, hopelessness, helplessness, living above their means, becoming a slave to things, having a godless existence here on earth. And sometimes the stresses of life can seem unbearable. And domestic violence today is a real thing and should not be the answer to dealing with life's issues. So this is all about domestic violence. This is all about upper middle class Black family who had an outward appearance of being the standard of what to strive to become. The wife was a dentist. The husband was the former lieutenant governor. So they are the second family of the state of Virginia. If something happens to the governor, the lieutenant governor replaces that governor. It's like being the vice president of the United States. So I had a very powerful position, highly regarded in the community. Everything on the outside looked fine, but there were some rumblings and things that were going on the inside. Well, I want to focus a little bit, quite a bit of this story on the mother, the dentist, Cerina, Dr. Cerina Fairfax, and what kind of person she was, and then get to the part of what happened in the story. So, Cerina Fairfax, beloved dentist and devoted mother, killed by her husband, allegedly, former Virginia lieutenant governor. Cerina Fairfax, remembered by those who knew her as a devoted mother and caring dentist, was killed by her husband, former Virginia Lieutenant Governor Justin Fairfax, inside their Virginia home a week or two ago. Dr. Fairfax described herself as someone who loved to read, to run trails with her energetic friends, practice Bikram yoga, travel, and spend time with her wonderful family. She leaves behind an enduring legacy of love and selflessness, her attorney said. Her family released a statement saying that this is an unimaginable or unimaginably difficult moment and asking for privacy as they navigate through this tragedy. Our attention is on supporting one another, reads the statement they shared via the Fairfax County Police Department. And they leave behind 2 children who were actually in the home at the time of this very tragic situation. So she was a dentist who took pride in her work and cared for her patients. A little background on them. Both of these folks are very smart individuals. She graduated with a bachelor's degree of science from Duke University before obtaining her Doctor of Dental Surgery degree from Virginia Commonwealth's University School of Dentistry in 2005, graduating magna cum laude. Dr. Fairfax enjoyed all fields of dentistry and focused on conservative, comprehensive dentistry. Throughout her career, she received several honors and awards, including the VCU School of Dentistry's Alumni Association Award for Outstanding Graduate of the Last Decade for her many contributions to the profession. As a clinician and an alumni, Dr. Fairfax embodied the ideas of our profession, dedicated to her patients, commitment to growth, and a deep sense of purpose in her work each and every day. She was a mentor, a role model, and a friend to many in the school. That was a statement from the VCU School of Dentistry interim dean, Jeffrey Johnson. They also said that they couldn't believe a patient of hers who heard about the tragedy said, "We couldn't believe it." This was Janice Hildreth, a patient who had been in Fairfax's office, Dr. Fairfax's office, just days before her murder on a Thursday. She said she was such a loving human being, such a warm and gentle person. So that's what she was as a dentist, and this is how she was as a mother. She was a hands-on mother who once built a zip line for her 2 kids. Above all else, her divorce attorney said, Amy Spain, said Dr. Cerina was a devoted mother to her beautiful children, who were the center of her entire world. Dr. Fairfax embodied the true meaning of motherhood through her unconditional and unwavering devotion to her children, providing a constant source of love, protection, and guidance. One of her neighbors who lived next door to the Fairfaxes for about 5 years said that she saw Dr. Cerina Fairfax. She painted a picture of being a committed mother. Just seeing her interactions with her kids, the time spent in the backyard, all the time doing stuff, she just made a very welcoming backyard for her children. Dr. Fairfax was an active mother and total DIY person. When it came to building things and setting up activities for her 2 children in the backyard, she said she watched Dr. Fairfax build an above-ground swimming pool for her children in the backyard, and she even set up a zip line apparatus and built chicken coops. I mean, come on, man, that is a great mother. Her neighbor said that she was shocked over the murder-suicide and said that she wished she could have gotten to know the Fairfaxes better. The judge presiding over Dr. Fairfax's divorce from her husband noted that Dr. Fairfax had been the primary caregiver for both children for almost the entirety of their lives, and in all respects. Among other things, she is the planner, the scheduler, the caretaker, the cook, the disciplinarian, and the primary nurturer. She has performed all these roles while working part-time as a dentist in a dental practice she owns, the judge wrote, calling her a port in a storm for her children. Their remarkable resilience and early success in life is down to what can be best described as a mother's grit. So to get into a little bit about this marriage and who she was married to and what kind of happened, she was the second lady and wife for nearly 20 years. So from 2018 to 2022, Dr. Cerina Fairfax balanced her work as a dentist and mother while serving as Virginia's second lady during her husband Justin Fairfax's tenure as lieutenant governor under Governor Ralph Northam. The couple met at Duke University, as I said, and they married in Arlington, Virginia in 2006, before welcoming their son in 2009 and their daughter in 2011. So they had a son and a daughter. In 2019, just as the husband, Justin Fairfax, was moving up the political ladder, two women accused Justin Fairfax, then Lieutenant Governor of Virginia, of sexual assault, SA. Justin Fairfax repeatedly denied the allegations and called for investigations into the accusations, saying he was confident that he would get his name cleared. CNN could not find any record of Dr. Cerina Fairfax speaking publicly at the time about the allegations made against her husband. The judge's order in the couple's recent divorce proceedings described the use of troublesome language between the two, including Dr. Cerina Fairfax admitting to calling her husband an idiot and a deadbeat. The judge also noted a flurry of slaps in 2019 when Cerina allegedly found out Justin was an adulterer. So he was cheating on her, and this was in a court order. The two separated on June 1st, 2024, while still living in the same house, and entered a post-nuptial agreement on December 14th, 2024. There is no expectation or hope of reconciliation between the parties, Dr. Cerina Fairfax's divorce filing stated. Now, this is where it gets very complicated in today's time. You have many people based on economics that are filing for divorce but are still living in the same house with that spouse. That can be a very rocky situation. Should she have moved out of the house once she had filed the divorce, like many people have done in the past? I think so. But you never know what could happen. I mean, a person, if they're out to get you, they can go to your new house and still cause harm to you. But I don't think it's a very good idea, if you're getting a divorce and if the divorce is contentious, that you all should be staying under the same roof. So she also alleged Justin had not complied with the post-nuptial agreement in any form since its execution, and he did not make any financial contributions to support the wife and the children. So she, even though she worked part-time, I don't know what Justin was doing as lieutenant governor and how much he was making. He had to be making six figures. Why was she the number one breadwinner, holding the household down and also providing the largest amount of financial support and having her own private practice, but only practicing part-time? Dr. Cerina Fairfax had asked the court to award joint legal custody with the children, primarily residing with her, while Justin Fairfax would have a visitation schedule according to the filing. So she was going to move out and they were going to have joint custody, but it did not get to that point. And unfortunately, allegedly Justin Fairfax took his life and her life right there in the house with their children, their son and daughter right there. What an unfortunate tragedy, and domestic violence is real.